Greetings, YouTube friends. It's Joyce from Morris Patch of Heaven Homestead, and today I'm going to show you how to make a beeswax wrap. Anymore, it seems that we're all trying to have less waste, trying to be a little bit more environmentally cautious, I guess you'd say, and just trying to think of our health. It seems that anymore everything is in plastic. Plastic water bottles, plastic wrap, plastic baggies, plastic produce bags, plastic soda bottles. Everything is in plastic, and through all of that plastic we are getting way too much estrogen, and it seems that people are more estrogen dominant than anything else. Men are taking on female characteristics because of all the estrogen. It's just not a good thing. So I have a healthy alternative to using the plastic wrap. We have been using these for many years, and I'm going to show you how to make them. It is so simple, and it can be done. It's just fat quarters that you would get at Walmart, and you cut them down to size. And then what we are going to do is we're going to put beeswax on them, and I'm going to brush that on. And then I'm going to kind of show you step by step how this is done. First of all, I'm going to take my grated beeswax and I'm going to put it in hot water and start boiling that down. I'm going to let that sit because it's going to take a little while. Beeswax takes forever. I bought this block, I think I showed you in one of the other videos, that I used it in our lotion bars. Well, it is so hard to grate. I had to put my cast iron pan little thing on here because it hurt my hand so bad just trying to grate up some to put in that jar so I could melt it down. I don't think I'll buy it like this anymore. You can actually buy the beeswax in pellets that are already ready to just be melted, and it melts much quicker. But anyway, I have all different shapes and sizes. I have made the wax into the material into little baggies for sandwiches. I have quite a few of those. It is simply amazing. I have made, here's a large baggie so you can put your produce in there. This is perfect for sandwiches and snacks and pretzels. I have wraps to go on bowls. I have large wraps to go on like larger bowls. I don't have one here. And then I have made round ones that I'm going to show you how to put that on a jar. It's so simple and so amazing, guys. So this one I just cut into a circle. Take a plate like so. These ones have not been done yet. This one isn't a perfect circle. I just kind of did it on my own. And so what you do is you just hold it here, and the warmth of your hands will actually shape it onto the container or the glass. And look at that, guys. It'll stay like that. It is absolutely perfect. I'm not saying that, you know, it's not going to dump, something's not going to dump out of it, but it's going to hold that in place. And if you wanted and you didn't felt that it was quite secure enough, you could put a rubber band around it like so. And voila, no plastic wrap. It is so amazing, and just stick it in the refrigerator like that. You can put your salad in here. And then I wanted to show you how you could wrap a sandwich. Say this is my sandwich here. And then I'm going to just wrap it like so. And then it's like almost like wrapping a present. Pull that side up. I'm going to do the same with this, just like wrapping a present. And then what I do, I absolutely love twine. Twine is one of those wonderful things. Do this the opposite way here. And voila, look at that. You can have your sandwiches wrapped for your picnic, for school. We go to school on Tuesdays, our homeschooling group. and then we just wrap our sandwiches and they're good to go. And we don't have to have plastic. We know this is just beeswax and material, and the material of your choice. You can pick cute material. I picked some with cherries. These are just fat quarters from Walmart for 97 cents. I picked little owls and then the cute trees. You can just cut them to size, whatever size you want. They are so much fun. But look at that. I mean, so simple. No need for plastic wrap. I'm going to check on my wax here because I'm going to show you how it's done. Takes a few minutes to get this melted. And what I did with these, like I was telling you, these are ones that I made years ago. We have been using these for years. And I noticed that, you know, it is wax, and after a while it can start cracking. So I just stick them on an old cookie sheet with parchment paper, and I stick them on in a low oven, like 250, for a minute, just a minute. And then they are completely wet from the wax again. And then I will just hang them on a hanger like so. And literally, guys, within a minute, it's perfect again. All the wax that was starting to crumble off, or the creases that were made, were gone. Just like that. So these can be used for years and years. And it is just so fun, so simple to make. And I have to tell you, these bags we have used more than I can tell you. And so look how big that is. It's just a perfect bag to put, you know, whatever you want in there. Just cut the strings off. And then what I do is I will put the snacks in there, or a sandwich, fold it up, and voila, just like that, perfect. And you can reuse it over and over and over again. It is so, so perfect. Okay, so let me check on the wax here. It's melting, but it's a slow process. Beeswax takes a little bit longer than regular wax, but I did want to show you some other alternatives. If this is not something that you would want to do, there are so many other options. Here are some of the little cloth bags that we've been using for years. These can simply be made. You can just serge around the outside, open it up, put a liner in there that can keep things fresh and clean. And then I wanted to show you, I've got tiny ones for pacifiers, little ones for pretzels, fruit, whatever. There are so many different options, and they're so fun. Look at, here's little bitty ones for, you name it. You can put whatever you needed to put in here. Maybe you're just trying to diet and only want a handful of nuts. This is the perfect size. And then I've got some fun ones for like Jedediah, you know, and I just made these with Velcro. So you just kind of Velcro it together. It's got little pirates on there. And then fun ones for Avonlea with little flowers, tinier ones. And then these, a friend of mine made, and they have been well worn. This one is worn out. And on the inside is plastic, like an old plastic tablecloth. And she just sewed that on the inside. She made these for me, and then Velcro. And then look at that. It is so much fun. They are so fun. These little bitty ones, like I said, are perfect for pacifiers or little Cheerios. So these are another option. Just sew some little bags out of remnants of material that you may have laying around. And instead of using Ziploc bags, this is perfect. And if you think that you don't like that it's not closing properly, we use clothespins for everything. Look at that. That will hold it closed. And so these are our chip clips. We use these for bags of everything. You name it, this is what we use. And then this is another alternative, muslin and a drawstring. This can be for your produce. You don't have to have plastic for produce. You can take this with you when you go to the store. Instead of putting it in one of the, you know, plastic baggies, bring your own. I showed you before how I use these for my sprouts. These can also be used for your carrots, for your celery. You can use this for, you name it. You can even put your bread in here if you had to. And it would probably stay just as fresh as if it was in a plastic bag, and it won't take, because plastic leaches. This does not. Let me check again here, because we're getting close. We're getting very close, and I'm going to show you exactly how it's done and show you just how simple it is and how this is something that you can do as well. I went to a garage sale. I go to garage sales all the time. That's where we pretty much get everything. And I hit the jackpot on muslin. Look at these. You know, there's some, it's so funny because there's some holes that they stitched up. I love that because I wonder what grandma was so ingenious and was so smart to patch up a hole in her muslin cloth. But I have taken and I made these by just cutting them down, and see, I just leave them like this. You could do a drawstring. Like I said, I just fold them down. I use a little clip, and in the fridge it goes. Very, very simple. Or like I said, tie it up with twine. It works just as good. There's really no reason to have to use plastic at all. I'm going to cut these down, make some a little bit bigger for bigger items, especially like when our produce starts coming in from the garden. I'm going to need some bigger bags. So muslin, keep your eye out when you go to garage sales. We have for years stopped with paper towel, napkins. We don't buy any of that and haven't probably for 10, maybe 15 years. We make cloth napkins. For paper towel, we use old rags. I take old towels and cut them down, serge around it, and use those for rags and cloths and everything else. There is no need to have to use those paper products either. Okay, we are just about there, just a couple more minutes. I'm going to bring this over here because this is what we're going to be using. Show you exactly how it's done, and you'll just be amazed at how simple it is and how this is something that you can do as well. You want to have an old cookie sheet and line it well with parchment paper, because it can get wax on there, and if you don't mind wax on your cookie sheet, then you don't even have to put parchment paper. But I just like to use parchment paper because it just keeps things nice and clean. Okay, this is just an old jar that I use for all my wax. And I just put it in a pan and boiled it like a double boiler. There's just a little bit left in there, but I'm not going to worry about that. And the way I'm going to do it is very, very simple. I'm just going to put it in here and I'm going to paint it. I'm just going to paint all over my piece of material. Very, very, very simple. And you don't need to put, you know, a whole lot, because the more you put, it can actually start where if you bend it, you'll see the wax. You'll see it, and you don't want that. There's also a way that you can pour pellets on here and just stick it in the oven. I have done that as well, but then you end up with areas that have no wax on there, and that can just be a mess. And so with this, what's so nice about this is after I have done this, I can actually stick it in the oven on like 250, like I was saying, and make sure that all of the wax is distributed evenly. So see, that's very, very simple. You could pour it on there if you wanted, but you know, it doesn't take a whole lot of time. Okay, I think I got all of it. So I'm just going to turn it over real quick and just do this side. And And then I'm going to hang it up and I will show you how this comes to life. It's just amazing. And it's so much fun because you can pick whatever material you like. If your kids are into something, you know, you can get a theme. These little 96-cent fat quarters at Walmart. You can actually get quite a few wraps out of that for just 96 cents. Okay, so there you have it. And look at it, it's already dry. It is just simply amazing. And you can see the wax on here. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna stick it in the oven for just a minute. And like I said, it only takes about a minute and it is already done. That's how quickly the wax melts. So it's not like you have to leave it in there for very long because then it's gonna smell like it's starting to burn. So you don't want to do that. I'll show you in a minute. Now I'm going to hang it up, and that's all it takes. But it is so much fun to be able to put this on instead of plastic wrap, and just know that, you know, it's so much healthier for you. Beeswax is good for you. It has no harmful effects, where plastic does. Like I was saying, it's filled with estrogen, and anymore, you know, too much estrogen is causing cancer and all kinds of stuff. So if we can cut back. And another thing that we've started doing is using glass. We use glass instead of plastic. Years ago, I collected all kinds of Tupperware. I had every piece you could imagine. I was invited to so many Tupperware parties, and my husband, slowly but surely, as we did not have room for that, would put it in the garage, and it would just be, it disappeared. Use it for food dishes, feed dishes for the animals, and there went my Tupperware. But he has replaced it since with the glass dishes. It does have a plastic top, but we never really want to stick anything hot in here. Wait till things have cooled off, your leftovers, then put the top on. That way the plastic isn't coming down and going into the food, because once it's cool, this isn't going to do anything. So this is another healthy alternative. I'm going to go ahead and take that out of the oven. Now I think I'll give it just another minute because my oven wasn't completely warmed up. I had done all of these and I turned it off. I should have left it on. But they are just simply amazing. Let me show you how I wrap it around a bowl. Let's see. Let me grab a bowl. So if you've got a leftover salad and you don't want to, you know, put it in plastic, grab yourself a sheet. And like I said, it wraps with the warmth of your hands. So as you are wrapping, you know, hold it there in place, and the warmth of your hands will actually mold that into shape. And voila, see that? And it'll stay like that. You don't have to put a rubber band around it like this if you don't want to. But if you're going somewhere and you're taking a salad with you for lunch, putting a rubber band around it might be a good idea. With your sandwich, I have done it without the twine, but it's nice to have it not open up, and it will keep it fresh. It's not going to turn the bread stale or anything. It will actually keep it fresh. So putting the little bit of twine on there is perfect, but you don't have to. But look at that, see, it will stay the way it's formed. So if you shape it, no matter what shape you put it in, it will stay like that. See that? It'll keep its shape. So you can do it for anything. I have wrapped, I can't even tell you all the things that I've wrapped in here. Gene will take a snack with him after lunch, and I will wrap, you know, even fruit in here if I've cut it up for him. You name it, it can be done. And of course, like I said, you can make the little bags. These are so fun, and all I did was I just sewed along the edge, even with the wax. And you know what, I was able to clean my needle right off, and it sewed right through it. Because I thought, this is perfect because, you know, the kiddos want to take pretzels with them, you know, they want to have fruit snacks or fruit pieces or whatever, slices, and you just put them in there. You just roll it up, and there you go. You don't even need to have a clothespin. But if you wanted it to stay put, you could, just for if you're putting it in a lunch bag or whatever. But I love the bags. I love those a lot for sandwiches as well, because you can just shove the sandwich in there, roll it up, and it's done. Okay, we are done here. Okay, now I'm going to show you what it looks like coming out of the oven. Okay, it's done. I'm going to show you how I hang it up. We get these little metal hangers free at our cleaners. My daughter and I have done boutique items and made shirts and stuff that we've sold at boutiques before, and we're always looking for hangers that we can actually let people take with them instead of the plastic ones that cost money. So what I do is I take it off of there. I'm going to leave it on there and hang it out and show you how I will then form it into, you know, a sandwich or whatever. As you can tell, my beeswax has already started to harden up, which is perfectly fine. I just warm that up again in water and I'm able to use it again. But the material is so much fun. You can pick what you want for your children if there's a certain theme that they're into. This is cherries. There were so many to pick from that I thought, I'm just going to pick a few. I thought Avonlea might like these. And I have to get some for Jed and I, but they didn't have anything that I thought he would really like. But, you know, there are alternatives to, you know, having to use the plastics. We gave up foil a long time ago and started using parchment paper. We don't do anything with foil. It's parchment paper for everything. Minimal plastic wrap. We would like to one day be without completely, but we're not there yet. But as far as our paper products are concerned, those are no more. We just use, like I was saying, we make our own cloth napkins, and for rags or paper towel, I just make rags out of old t-shirts, old towels, and there's no reason for it. It's very expensive and it's a lot of waste. But anyway, I think it's done. Okay. I think it's ready for me to mold. And like I said, if it ever starts to crackle on you, stick it back in the oven, 250 for a minute, hang it again, let it dry. Look at that, guys. You just have to hold it for a minute and let it warm up. Okay, there you go. Just like that. As simple as that. This one is coming off a little bit. I may not have put enough wax on it, but you'll know by, you know, testing it out if there's enough wax on it or not. Like these, I put so much on because I was learning. I did not know how to do that yet. There's a happy medium. So this one may need to be in there just a little bit longer, or I may need to just apply just a little bit more. But for sandwiches, this would be absolutely perfect. Maybe for a bowl, I would use one that had a little bit more wax on it. But look at that. If you're folding up a sandwich, voila, and you put a little piece of twine on there, and you've got a sandwich wrap. So there is no reason to have to use that if you so prefer to give that up. And then all these wonderful bags that you can use for different things. So simple to make out of old material, old sheets. You can go to garage sales and find remnants of material all the time. I'm always on the lookout. But I hope you'll give these a try. And if so, let me know. I would love to hear how they work for you. If you have any ideas or suggestions you'd like to share with me, I love your comments. I love to hear from you. Send them my way. Share a tip or two with me. I would love that. And I, of course, don't know everything, but I love to share with you things that I'm learning and that I have been doing for a long time that I think might help you and benefit you. But anyway, if you think that this is something that you could share with a friend, please do so. If you've not subscribed, please do that. Give us a thumbs up. push the subscribe, push the, okay, it's been a long day. Press the notification bell. It'll let you know when we have another video up. But anyway, guys, I hope you like what you see, and I hope that I can be a blessing to you. Until next time, God bless you.